I'm wondering what the Arizona Fall League proved to you, and what was the feedback from the organization about your time there?
Yeah, how's it going? It was good. I mean, I really enjoyed going back to the fall league. I felt like a veteran there, a little more mature there, just because I was there last year too, and um, being in AAA. I mean, I feel like definitely helped going there because I feel like there was a lot of younger pitchers and things like that. So I felt like it kind of helped me get back to who I was of being disciplined at the plate with being passive, also aggressive at the same time. But the club was really happy with what I did there. They were really happy with my last 4 to 6 weeks and, during the regular season, and then they were also really happy with me going to the fall league and proving, not really proving, just kind of showing what I can do pretty much. I know it was probably not disappointing kind of my year, but I mean everybody goes through struggles and things like that. So it was a really cool experience to fail. I feel like, and then also kind of find yourself again in the last 4 to 6 weeks, and then into the fall league.
People say that uh, winners learn most from failure. If you could say there was failure and then success, would you be satisfied with that? Is that the answer that you got from the fall league and from the end of the season?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, being a competitor and wanting to be the best, I don't want to fail. I don't want to lose. I don't want to do anything bad. But I mean, like I've said before, like if you never failed or anything like that, then how could you know what you need to get better on and what you can improve on? So um, definitely the season was not a failure or disappointment at all, just because of all the things that I've learned about myself and about how I am as a baseball player. So I definitely learned not to take things for granted, and also that being 100% ready and committed to baseball, and this is my life, and just being the best that I can be as a person, a baseball player, is really what was just what I want to be. I just want to be the best for myself and to be the best for the club.
Ending on a positive note like you did both in the regular season and in the fall league, how big of a difference does that make in your mind going into the off season? I mean, had it ended where you were still at kind of a frustrated point versus now it ending where you're a little more happy and confident. What big difference does that make for you as you move forward?
I got two emotions with that. One, I'm happy and excited that I ended on a good note and back to what I need to be and better. But also, I have a whole bunch of hunger and frustration and not disappointment, embarrassment in myself, but kind of just that fire in me that I always want to do good, and the fact that I didn't perform the way I wanted to for most of the year, it kind of drives me crazy, and it's kind of fueling the fire in my off season work of, hey, I gotta not really I gotta prove myself again, but I kind of just gotta get back to where I was and get back to being the guy that everybody knows that I am, um, and that comes into happy and exciting of that I did get back to that at the end of the year and into the fall league. So I got two emotions going into the off season.
How how have you kind of been able to find a balance there? Because I know both you and the team also were kind of upfront about those frustrations maybe kind of getting to you a little bit
Mm-hmm.
sometime during the season. How have you kind of been able to figure out how to have that frustration be kind of a force for good rather than
Yeah.
something that's going to hinder you?
Mm-hmm. I literally just got off the phone with Skip about this. The biggest thing was I just accepted it. I accepted that I had some failures, I struggled, and what am I going to do next? I feel like throughout the year I was kind of fighting it. I'm just being like, oh no, I'm not in the slump. I'm not in this. I'm not in that. But then once I just kind of accepted it, I was just like, all right, what do I do now? What do I got to do to get better? What do I got to do to be the best guy that I can be for the team? And I mean, once that clicked with me, it was just that it was just smooth sailing after that.
That's Will Venable, Skip.
Yes. Yeah.
What was that conversation like with
It
him?
was it was cool. It was kind of just a little meeting up. He was just saying nice to meet you, introducing each other, and it was I mean that was pretty much the basis of it, and also just kind of getting ready to get after it. And he's hoping that me and him have a long career with the White Sox together and successful career with each other. So it was really cool for him to reach out and things like that. So
wanting to go end on a good note, or wanting to kind of play the way you wanted to play versus not playing all of AFL or playing a 180 game season or whatever considerations would have to go with something like that.
Mm-hmm. So going into the fall league, I wouldn't say that I was happy with having to go, but at the same time, I knew that's what I needed. So sometimes you got to make sacrifices and things like that. So I would have much rather had a full off season. I played little more than half or less than half of the fall league, but right after the season, that's all you're thinking. But then when they tell you they want you to go to the fall league, you kind of have some bitterness in you with it all. But at the same time, I kind of took that as a challenge, and I was like, all right, now I'm gonna go prove and show the guy that I am, and everybody knows that I am and that I can be. So I had to put my ego and pride away for a little bit, and just know that this was the best thing for me. It's just for long-term career too, and figuring everything out. A lot of people I feel like think, oh, like yeah, you struggle, and then you just kind of, all right, I want to end the season and just get back to work. But at the same time, now that I've been through that, I had those feelings about it, but then now that I ended up the way that I did and I found it, I feel like it was for the best for me to keep playing and grind through it.
I believe you talked about it in other interviews, but you do feel like you were chasing power or pull happy a little bit earlier in the season, and how does that compare to how you felt you were at the plate to end the year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I was definitely chasing. I feel like it was. I think I was just maturing into my body too a little bit, and I know that the damage that I could do, so I was forcing a lot of that. So which created me to chase a lot of pitches and made me kind of get away from my strike zone discipline and things like that. But then once I kind of got back to, once we kind of went through that little phase of talking with each other on that Zoom call a while back, I don't remember when that was, but then things kind of just started clicking, going back to normal of just being the guy that I am. Don't try to be someone else you're not. And once I kind of figured that out in my head, it was good after that.
What are kind of your signs that you felt like you were on track? Is it hard contact to left center, or is it just kind of a feel in the box? What did you kind of feel like? All right, this is me.
I would say it was definitely just my mindset. I was going in the box now. I was thinking I'm swinging. First pitch, I'm ready. You throw it here, I'm ready to hit. I felt sometimes that I could get a little passive and be like, I'm just gonna see this one, or I'm just gonna see what this looks like. Once I did that, I felt like that bat was over, if I'm being honest. So, but once I got in there and I stepped in the box, I'm like, throw it right here. Like I'm ready for it. Once I started having that mentality and that mindset with it all, I just felt more on the hunt and attacking the pitches that I knew. Even if it was off speed, I was just ready for it. And when I stepped in the box and I was locked in from the first pitch, I felt like it was either I was going to get walked or I was going to get hit. That's just kind of in my mindset what I thought about it all. And I would just say my first initial move is the biggest thing for me, and my hands, just getting ready. And my hitting guy always says it's like a dance between me and the pitcher. So once he goes, I go. But then I would say that's pretty much it.
Colson, how's it going?
What's up, Scott?
Not much. Hey, we see Bledsoe Agency right behind you there. How long are you there? How long are you there for? What kind of work again are you doing? And has it changed from the years that you've been doing it there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I got here November 4th. I went back home to Indiana for about a week, saw some family, and just hung out. Watched my siblings play ball and things like that. So it was really cool just to be back in small town Indiana, but. I wanted to get back after it, and so I came here November 4th, and then after that, we're kind of getting back, my agency and with the White Sox, we're kind of just getting back into being more of the athlete that I am. Played basketball and football, so we're doing a lot of things like that, just trying to get me back to being an athlete. And I'm maturing more, so I'm gaining weight and things like that, so we want to be able to stick at shortstop because I know I'm a shortstop. Even though I played third in the fall league, that does not mean anything. I was just playing third, anything to help the team win and just get in the lineup, you know. So I'm a shortstop, and that's it. So it's been good here. I mean, I'm excited for the rest of the offseason. It's still pretty early, so it's been fun.
This is going to be your third big league spring training. How different do you think it's going to be when you look back to like the first time you were there when everything was so new?
I would just say I would kind of just know how things are operated more. I feel like that's probably going to be the biggest thing is um, being more comfortable, but at the same time, I don't want to be comfortable, if that makes sense. You know, I want to push myself and things like that, but I would just say I know how things are going to be run and what I need to do to get ready for games and things like that. Especially just after being in there the 2 previous years, I kind of know what I need to do to get my body ready and mindset wise of if I'm going to be coming in, what do I need to do to get myself ready? And then also just, I think just with the guys and things like that, building good connections with those guys and kind of, I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing for us is just having a really good clubhouse.
One of the things that Chris Getz was talking about at the GM meetings was one of the things that he liked at the EFL for you was the looseness in your swing. Is that something that you noticed as well? And go back to what you attributed to earlier as far as just the mindset that you had?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, when I was trying to, I feel like create power. That's when I was just kind of muscling my swing, is kind of what I say. But since the noticing the looseness and things like that, that's just like me being the best that I can. Is the loose, the free, the smooth swing. That's what I think that kind of all just goes into play with what I want to do at the plate. I've definitely felt that 100% in the fall league, and I felt like I had more pop and juice when I was doing that, being more fluid and smooth. So, but I don't want to muscle my swing out at all. I don't like doing that at all. So that doesn't feel good.
Rube Foster, architect of Negro League Baseball. We are excited to announce our upcoming documentary that celebrates the life and legacy of Rube Foster, the visionary founder of Negro League Baseball. This film aims to honor Foster's significant contributions to the sport and his enduring impact on American history. To bring this important project to fruition, we kindly request your support. Your donations will help us cover production costs, including research, filming, and editing, ensuring that we accurately capture Foster's remarkable journey and the rich history of the Negro Leagues. Every contribution, no matter the size, will make a difference. We invite you to chip in $5, $10, $25, $50, $100, or more. Join us in this endeavor by visiting our website to donate. Thank you in advance for considering our request and for supporting the celebration of a true pioneer in baseball history.